Okay.
Oh, you guys like to tell jokes and giggle and kid around, huh? Giggling like a bunch of young broads in a schoolyard. Well, let me tell a joke.
I wanted this to be professional.
I don't gotta listen to this shit.
You certainly don't, pal. Because the good news is... Awesome!
With Byron Bertram and Ivan Penaluna. Hello, everybody. I'm Byron Bertram.
And I'm Ivan Penaluna, and on the show tonight, if you want to get a girlfriend, you gotta dress gay. Okay, so having said all of that, dressing to attract women is our topic today for men who like to sort of like enjoy the company and pleasures that women can offer them. The advice seems to be from the panel of experts, of scientists and sociologists, is that if you want to get some snatch, you got to dress like a bit of a man bitch.
Well, that's it. I mean, it seems to be like the guys who get laid the most seem to be the most metrosexual, pretentious douchebags in the world. But you know what? They iron. I hate ironing, and I don't get laid. You know why? Can't be fucked using iron.
You need to get. Listen, your problems are a lot bigger than a fucking iron. Let me tell you that, right? You need to get some clothes that skinny ass blokes can fit into for a start, right? That means you got to become a skinny ass bloke. All right, your legs are quite skinny, but you got to work on the top. It's like someone took sort of like a gay Irish river dancer and stuck on sort of like a barrel on top and stuck some arms out of it that used to belong to Bluto off Popeye, and a fucking paratrooper's head, you know, a Danish gay paratrooper's head that hasn't jumped out of a plane in 20 years, but instead he's been living between a pie and a fucking sausage shop for the last 20 years. I mean, that's what you look like, right? And you get laid in Vancouver. You know why? Because there's 18 women to every one man. You can get laid looking like that. But if you want to get laid anywhere normal, like anybody else in the world,
what are you talking about? This is not normal. This place, nobody gets laid. Everybody's too cool for
Everybody
school.
gets fucking laid in Vancouver.
No, they don't.
It's so fucking easy. I watch it going on all the time. All you got to do is sort of like drop a handkerchief on the floor and girls are just fucking throwing themselves on top of you.
Well, that's the thing. To have a handkerchief, you got to dress gay. What kind of gay guys have you got to be gay or dress gay to have a handkerchief.
Okay,
or be from the 1890s and be like, ew.
You got to be a bit of a dandy. You got to be a bit bon vivant. You got to be like, oh, look at you, madam. You look so nice.
Yeah.
You got to be a bit like that. You got to be, hey, you're a lovely looking lady. What are you doing later on? Trying to have sex with you? Not me, but ooh, bend over. Ooh, we've had sex.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
That's how you do it, right? All these guys are going out with the fucking backwards baseball hats in their trucks going, hey, baby, you fucking want to come home with
It's
me?
like, wanna fuck, no fucking dyke.
And then guess what?
Doesn't work.
Guess what? Girls don't like that shit. Wow, I wonder why. Because the guys are like, fucking vocal body.
But the thing is, women always say, like, I don't want just like, the men in the West Coast of North America, they're just not real men. I want a real man. But then it's like a real man. It's like, oh, he's just sexist and he doesn't take care of himself. And like, you want that guy, but he's gay.
All right, okay, so that's the other side of the problem. The women in Vancouver, sorry, women in Vancouver, but they're fucking insane. Right, they're all fucked in the head.
By the way, this goes for all listeners. This also goes for L.A., Seattle, Portland, San Francisco, any of the West Coast of North America. If you're by the Pacific Ocean and you're North America, chances are you're materialistic fucking retard.
Exactly. So basically, in Vancouver, right, if you're wise and you want to go out with a girl, you go out with Albertan girls, you go out with prairie girls. You don't go out with one of the fucking basket cases that we produce in this city. No way would you want to have anything to do with a girl here. And likewise, why would a girl want to have anything to do with a douche who sort of like, you know, is born of this fair land, you know? So I can see why it's a double-edged problem.
They're an unemployed actor who like manages a Starbucks and they're like $30,000 in debt because they just bought a bunch of clothes.
Yeah, but I just realised all the folly of what I was just saying actually, because you know all those mincing little fucking man bitches in their tight jeans, right? They all come from Vancouver. They don't come from fucking Alberta.
Here's the thing: you got your skinny jeans, you got your ironic Taliban beard, and then you got a Justin Bieber haircut, and they got a Che Guevara shirt, right? I love some David Beckham cologne, and then women are just like, "Oh wow, he does poetry as well."
Yeah, that's the big one.
Let me lick the wrinkles out of his nutsack.
Exactly. The ironic Taliban beard is brilliant. I once saw, I was on Main Street, which is fucking, it was like ground zero for fucking hipsterville, right? And I once saw a guy, and I'm not joking, he was in a 1902 tennis outfit. So he had the long, he had these kind of like short shorts on with a white vest, white short shorts, white vest. He had George VII hair and a Tsar Nicholas beard, and he had sailor tattoos all over his arms and his legs. And I just looked at him and thought, that is fucking insane. That is ridiculous.
And he was a manager of a microbrew.
And he was just surrounded by women trying to get their hands on him. Anyway.
You know what? Would get you laid? Actually, just if I was gay, I'd get laid with a lot of women. The lack of desperation would just reek out of my homosexual pores.
Oh, listen, if you just decided that you were gay, I think we've talked about this before, right? Because that is basically where your demographic lies in the gay community.
Yeah, the bears.
Yeah, they fucking love you, man.
I'm bear meat and bear candy.
Okay, this is the analogy I'd like to draw. It's like you're one of the Beatles, right? And you could be playing, guitar in the Beatles in San Francisco to a bunch of fucking bears. Millions of them all loving you, throwing their fucking knickers at you on stage.
Yeah, the
but
Castro
instead,
district,
instead you say, no, I like frumpy librarians. I'd rather hang out at the library. And so you go and you take the bits of scraps that heterosexual women give you as sex, and you go, oh, this'll do.
You know what?
Okay, having said all that, so let's get into some other news stories of the day.
This is the fucking news.
All right, go. In 5, 4. I can't do it. We'll do it live. Okay. No, we'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
This is the fucking news.
Fucking thing sucks.
Well, this is interesting. NSA basically.
That's the National Security Agency, right?
So Obama, I guess, was talking about on behalf of NSA. He apologized to Germany for creeping on them.
Does he mean snooping?
Yes, snooping on them.
So he's been spying on Germany.
Yeah, but they're not going to stop. But they just apologized.
So he didn't say that they were going to stop doing it.
No.
But he said, I'm sorry we did it.
Yeah, I'm sorry that we did it and we're going to continue to do it.
No, I've got a 4-year-old at home who can tell you what's wrong with that statement and why apologising for something that you're not going to stop doing is a redundant apology. It's a non-apology, right?
Yeah.
If you're going to apologise for something, stop doing it. And also, the other thing, not being funny about this, but aren't Germany supposed to be their allies?
Oh, yeah. But I guess they just can't get over what.
It's almost like the US is a habitual snooper. It can't. It's like the peeping Tom of the world. It can't fucking help it. It has this pathological compunction to know exactly what's going on in everybody else's country.
Every breath you take, right? Every move you make, they will be watching you.
I hope they listen to the show.
Yeah, I hope they listen to the show. By the way, NSA, if you're listening to the show, also other things. Personally, my Twitter handle is @Byron Bertram. I'm going to be headlining Yuck Yucks.
They don't give a shit
February
about that
26th.
stuff.
And also, if they gave a shit, they would already know.
They probably, you know what? I just hope that they waste some of their time.
Just waste a little bit of their time, just a little bit of taxpayers' money.
Exactly. So
on us.
So that's the other thing that we can mention off the back of this is also the story this week. This is quite interesting, actually. There's a story about a new Samsung TV that's come out. I can't remember what the model number is, but it is a specific model. It's a new Samsung TV, and in the guide, the instruction guide, it says, watch out, don't have private conversations around this TV. What, you mean the TV I'm going to put in my living room? Yeah, right. That one. Don't have private conversations around it because it will listen to you. And then with that listen to information that we get from our TV, what you're going to put in your living room, we will then give it to a third party. That's what Samsung are saying. So,
the Samsung really should have been brought to you by the FBI. When they just put them in every mobster's home.
Well, okay, this is my point about this, right? I understand that Samsung are on board with all of this. I mean, because we do live in a corporate criminal state. I mean, I know that Samsung are more important than individual people. But the point is that I think Samsung might have missed a point here, and that is that once this information comes to light, who the fuck is going to be buying Samsung TVs? Everybody's going to be going out and buying an LG or a Toshiba because if they don't spy on you, why would you have a Samsung TV that's going to spy on you and give the information to a third party?
Well, that's it. Everybody's like, oh, I got my Samsung tablet. No, I got my Samsung smartphone, Byron. I'm not an iPhone guy. I'm a Samsung guy. And I'm like, I'm glad I have my iPhone. That way the NSA cannot track me even though everything's backed up on iCloud.
Well, I just want to say something else about that, and that is Samsungs are still the sponsor of Chelsea, aren't they?
They are.
And I can't think of a bigger cunt team than that.
Yeah, the Chelsea Samsungs, I don't like them at all. Do you know what I like? I like the United. I like what do you call it? I like my Emirati teams. I like the Fly Emiratis. They're
Emirates.
the best. Yeah, the Fly Emirates.
What did you call them?
Yeah, the Arsenal Fly Emirates.
The the Air Emirates.
Yeah,
Oh, the
they're-
Emirates Stadium.
Yeah,
You like them?
yeah. I like them better than the Etihad Airways. Manchester's.
Oh yes, is that Egyptian or is that Israeli? It's Egyptian, isn't it?
No, that's
Etihad.
UAE.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's
You know,
interesting.
the place that pretends to be like pro-West. But
Something,
if
yeah.
you get raped, then you go to jail.
Yeah. So basically, all of those big Premiership sides are either sponsored by sort of like
Rich Arabs.
or rich Thais who have beer companies.
Yeah.
Basically. Anyway, we're off track. Where are we?
Here's a good one. I don't know if you know the movie 50 Shades of Grey is coming out based on the softcore porn for women
I haven't
novel.
had the pleasure of that yet.
Yeah.
Go on.
Anyway, an 83-year-old dominatrix said on the news.
Was she from Germany by any chance?
Yes, she was actually.
All right, good.
She said it is too soft.
Well, the German dominatrix, aged 83, would say that because she probably lived through the war when dominatrix business was really serious.
No, yeah, I mean,
Because he had all the SS uniforms and the leather straps and all that. They were whacking him on the arse going, do you like that? Do you like that?
speaking of which, that goes back to our main story, and that is if you want to get a girlfriend, you got to dress gay, right?
You got to dress a bit gay. You got to be a bit effeminate. You got to have nice, soft hands and talk to them nicely and listen to what they're saying and not say, hey, baby.
Like pretend you're actually listening.
Well, in your case, you definitely do have to pretend you're listening.
I mean, I'm bad at that.
I know. I can manage listening.
I don't iron my clothes and I don't listen.
You just switch
And
off.
then I'm like, why don't I get laid? Well, I mean,
Because you don't fucking listen.
Yeah, I don't listen. I don't iron and I don't bathe.
Well, there you go. You've got the unholy trinity of not getting ladiness.
Yeah, all I do is ignore girls and just go on Twitter all day. Just to mention, if you got some ideas on how to help dress less gay,
No, more gay.
how to dress more gay,
More gay.
any ideas just how to get a girlfriend and get me laid?
Listen, just look, if you've got any ideas on how to dress in a way that will get ladies to have sex with you, if you're a man and you like ladies, send us a message at the Dry Shave Show.
Which reminds me, it's time for Twitastrophe.
We want It's
Okay, so this week on Twitastrophe, we've got US President Barack Obama. He hasn't said anything in particular, but he is one of these people who is on, well, he's everywhere, right? He's at the Grammys, he's at Disneyland, he's in Buena Park, and he's in Florida, he's on this show, he's on that show, he's everywhere, right? He's a guy who likes to be seen out and about.
Hollywood president, yeah.
By his people. He's the dear leader, as
He
one
is.
person puts it. He's,
Yeah.
You know, it's the cult of personality which now passes for politics in America, unfortunately.
But he on Twitter, I mean, yeah, he is like the president of Twitter. I mean, he is the only president who's really been
Well,
Twitter
let's be
proficient.
fair. Let's be fair about it,
Well,
right? He's had
Twitter's not
two
very old.
terms. Twitter's not that old. And look who had the two terms before him.
That guy couldn't even spell.
I just pictured a chimp operating a calculator in my mind.
Yeah, hashtag I can't read.
So anyway, so he is the king of Twitter, yeah?
But Obama's last tweet, it basically was for this campaign, which is a good cause, I guess.
What is it? I'll be the judge
I mean,
of that.
it's basically about, women being victims of domestic abuse and all that kind of stuff. But it's kind of, I don't know these causes, but he said it on the Grammys too.
So he said he made the same. He made a
The same
similar
tweet
statement.
he said on the Grammys a few weeks ago.
What did he
where
say?
He was just like, just to let you know, stop hurting women.
Is that what he said?
And he was looking directly at Chris Brown. You could see it.
Did he?
Yeah.
What did he say to Kanye?
Oh, nothing. Kanye was too busy working on a script about how he's going to interrupt whoever won. And
That was brilliant. I want to talk about Kanye, but we can't. We got to talk about Barack Obama. Barack Obama. I mean, do you know what? I'm actually starting to fucking hate him now. I mildly disliked him for a long time. I thought, what a dick, But now I actually fucking hate him. I think he's got one foot out the door, and he's just turning quickly into a celebrity president. Some of his some of his policy stuff as well recently. It's just been shocking, you know. So anyway, we just want to let you know.
You know what the weird thing about, you think Obama would have a lot of Twitter followers. He does. He's got like 25 million followers or something like that.
Well, he's got more than the Pope.
Yeah, but do you know what's ridiculous? Katy Perry's got 3 times as many.
Hang on a minute. How many Twitter followers does Katy Perry have?
She's got like 63 million followers.
63 million?
Yeah.
Katy Perry?
Yeah.
She hasn't got fucking anything to say.
No, I mean, Obama, you could press a button, nuke a country.
And he's got...
Katy Perry, talk about making out with a chick.
Okay, so and he's got 25, you say, 25 million?
Yeah.
And the Pope's got 5.5.
Pope's got, no, in English. Pope's got a lot more in Spanish, too.
Okay.
He's got 8 different accounts that he follows, remember?
Oh, right. So he's the king of Twitter,
So
really.
he's got, but for the Twitter of different languages, the Pope's got it covered, man.
Okay.
If you got a catastrophe and you want to share it with us, tweet us at The Dry Shave Show, and we might use it on the show. You know what's awesome? This is our new format, and we haven't had, a guest of a female nature.
You mean we haven't had a female guest?
No, that's what I'm trying to say. Like
All
a
right.
woman.
What, do the editorial?
Yeah, do the editorial, just even be in the room.
Who've we got doing the
Which
editorial
is great.
today?
So we got a little estrogen in here. We got a female perspective here to do editorial. Friend of mine, comedian, talented, wonderful, lovely, and beautiful.
You're not doing fucking stand-up now, Byron.
Yeah, I
Just
don't
tell
know.
us
Why
who she
am I
is.
trying to introduce her like this? Anyway, here doing the editorial is Randee.
Hey guys, thanks for having me. So 50 Shades of Grey is officially out in theaters, which is bringing the books back into popularity. I have not seen the film yet, but I have read all the books, and I'm here to talk about something so haunting and disgusting, and no, I'm not talking about my parents having sex. I'm talking about women reading 50 Shades of Grey in public. I've seen it, we've all seen it, on the bus, in the park, at the fucking Whole Foods salad bar. Before I read the books, I was naive. I'd see a woman reading 50 Shades of Grey on the train. Oh, what's that book she's reading? I'd think. There's a classy tie on the front. Must be about a quirky businessman who solves his coworkers' problems with delightful nonsense. Well, he's definitely quirky. So one day, curiosity got the best of me. I bought some chips, some dip, a nice wine from Chile. I was ready for a delightful evening. I cracked the spine and began reading. I was ready for office hijinks. It started off innocent enough, an 18-year-old girl on a job interview, and slowly turned into a sick, twisted porn book. A hot, bonerific, sick, twisted porn book, but that's besides the point. I knew I should stop reading. It was horribly written. The sex scenes too many, but too short all at the same time. I read all 3 books in a row. My vagina was on fire for an entire week. After that week of shame, I started to notice what was really happening. Women crossing their legs, smiling to themselves. It was disgusting. At least I had the decency to read it in my own home. The final straw was when I went to Chapters and they had an entire table dedicated to 50 Shades of Grey. I hissed and shielded myself like a vampire from the sun. And now I ask you, please don't read this book in public. I don't watch porn in public. I'd like to, but I know what right from wrong. And for the love of fake baby Jesus, please stop buying this book for your older female relatives. Your grandmother doesn't need to know what a nipple clamp is. Thank you.
Yeah, that was great. Excellent.
Yeah,
I
that
loved
was
it.
great.
So my favourite line from that was "Vagina's on fire." I thought it should be written on the side of an airplane during the Second World War or something. Vagina's on fire, man! Heading for Germany right now.
Yeah, vagina's on fire. That turned me on, but made me feel uncomfortable at the same time because I didn't know if that was actually like did.
It's because she hadn't given you permission to like it. Can you give him permission to like it?
Yeah, well, men can't hide their boners in public, but women can. So
Byron's got special underpants.
I
for
hope
that.
women can hide their boners. Speaking of which, I made out with a transvestite and she hit her boner in public. If you know what I mean. Anyway, let's get back to the editorial. Yeah, 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, well done, Byron. Go on.
50 Shades of Grey is It's like it's porn for women, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's lit porn.
Basically.
It's lit porn. But you know what? I was interested by something you said there. Said, don't buy it for your elder relatives. Fair enough. I understand. Don't do that because it's, I wouldn't buy that sort of shit for people anyway. But this idea that old ladies don't know what shit is something that I don't buy because I think
I don't need my relatives knowing. I don't care if yours do.
So, but there's the thing. So the first book you thought was so terrible that you had to read the second and the.
Well, it's weird because your vagina is on fire, but it is terribly written. But like the sex scenes are too short to actually do anything with the material.
That is weird because you hear this a lot, and there's a prize in the UK that they give out to the most awful romantic / sex scene, and they give out a prize every year to the most ridiculously badly written sex scene in a book, and every year there's a recipient, and so obviously it's a well-known phenomenon, that sex scenes are often poorly penned, and
But here's the thing. I mean, is that just a way of like keeping you attached? Like, and then he touches her with his heavenly dragon stem, and then it's like, anyway, Wednesday's here, and he's going shopping. You're like, shit.
Well, he like never leaves her alone. He won't even let her like take a shit alone.
Really?
Yeah.
So he's this
obsessed
creepy,
with her.
He's this creepy rapist, but
how old's he as well? How old's the guy in the book?
I think he's about 28 or something.
So he's not that much. He's 10 years older than her. It's not like some guy in his 40s.
So it's socially acceptable.
Well, he's like super hot, and she's like this mousy brunette.
So it's fine to be creepy as long as you're really hot, is what the book's saying.
So
yeah, that's basically
right. Okay, so it's more of a liberation
Glad
for
to
sort
know.
of like for women who might be a little bit.
Yeah, well, they're like,
closeted.
oh, she's mousy. I could get a hot guy, and
Yeah.
we could do all this
So
creepy shit together.
Okay, fair enough. I doubt I'm going to read it or go and see the film, but anyway, I'd like to hear about it.
But yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like it's porn for women. So I don't know if you know much about real porn, but real porn is you have one short scene and that's all you need.
Well, when you're reading, it's different.
Yeah.
It's not porn for women. It's literature.
Yeah, it's plausible.
It's erotic literature.
It's a delivery device for women to masturbate and still feel like they're getting an education, right? Speaking of porn, I really like you porn, but the book. Much better.
Do you want me to lend you a shovel?
No, yeah, shit.
Okay.
As soon as I said that, I'm like, I'm a sexist piece of shit.
Anyway, let's end on a happy ending. Here's Narj Singh with a happy ending.
Hello, this is Narj, and this is your happy ending. All gays, gay, seems to be everywhere, annoying everybody. The love that dare not speak its name now just won't shut the fuck up. Still, though, the gay scene is nothing like it used to be. Sodom and Gomorrah happened and the gay scene never quite recovered. But the future is friendly, though. I mean, back in the day, you went to a shop to buy porn, you went to a dirty back alley to buy weed, and you went to jail for sucking cock. Blowjobs were also illegal, but no one got sent to jail for blowjobs. In case you're confused, women give blowjobs, men suck cock. The future is friendly. You can buy weed at the corner shop, porn is free, and you can suck cock freely. At least in Canada. That's why I live here. And now gays can even get married, even in that bastion of freedom in the land of the free, Alabama, USA. Gay marriage is all good, but I'm against it. I'm Indian and brown, and I know my people and other brown people. They're democratic and egalitarian, but they add curry into everything. They will just take this gay marriage thing and turn it into gay arranged marriage. Arranged marriage. Arranged marriage is good and all, but refusal can be deadly. You won't be allowed to marry that taxi driver you are in love with. A favorite method of cock blocking or box blocking of my people is acid. Not the kind you get high off, the kind you throw in somebody's face. If you refuse to become Mrs. Singh, I'm afraid you will forever remain Miss Singh. Anyway, besides dressing gay, women also like men that can cook. So here's a quick and easy chicken recipe you can whip up with no time and impress everybody. Step 1, get some chicken. Step 2, mix a couple of shot glasses worth of soy sauce, a tablespoon of sesame oil, and a few chopped cloves of garlic, a teaspoon of sugar. Mix it all. Coat the chicken with this stuff and let it sit for 30 minutes. Throw it into the 375-degree oven and get drunk while it's cooking, and you will have a great happy ending.
That was awesome. Talking about gay rights and chicken. That's what I like.
Those two have made for each other.
Exactly.
That's what I like. Narge and his happy endings. Another chicken recipe. Just stick them all. Just record all of these, right? And then when you've got a few days off, just transcribe them all into a homemade cookery book, and you will never be short of a good old chicken recipe from our friend Narge Singh.
Sodomy and salmonella.
Nice, Byron. That was the best of tonight, I would say.
Ah, thank you.
That's it.
Finally, a
Excellent.
flattering comment, and I need it.
What a loving ambiance we've created right now, eh?
Well, anyway, the Dry Shave Show is produced and published by Leona Digital Podcast Network. A special thanks to the writers and performers of this show: Eric Gamber, Stephen Peaver, Chris Gaskin, Randee Neumeyer for the editorial, Matthew Kyle Grant, and, of course, chicken recipe, happy ending aficionado, Narge Singh. Thank you very much for listening. By the way, for the show, tell a friend. Email us at thedryshaveshow@gmail.com. Find and like us on Twitter and Facebook, YouPorn, the book. And thank you very much for listening.
Thank you. Good night.
Listen, my dear. If you don't want to become Mrs. Singh, I'm afraid you will forever, rest of your life, remain Miss Singh.